Hello and welcome to the Coffee Shop Show. Haha, it's a different face showing today, but you will still be seeing Peter and Estine as we do every week on a Monday. This is so cool. What we do is we get together and we just have a coffee shop conversation around an awesome topic, helping you entrepreneurs from around the world find out something interesting. And we have our panelists with us who are going to be discussing today's topic, and you'll get to learn loads and loads more. So Peter and Estine are going to be joining us very, very shortly. But my job right now is to tell you about all the cool things that we're doing. And it's linked to today's topic. So today's topic is, what is a Fempreneur? So if you've been watching some of the coffee shop shows with Explore Protech, you'll be seeing us talk all about the Fempreneur movement and the community and the course and all of those things. And so today's topic is what exactly is a Fempreneur? Now, linked to this, each week we talk about a new prize or competition that's running. So currently, we've had quite a few already, but currently the one is part of a lead generation prize. It is absolutely brilliant. I'm just going to pull it up onto my screen for you. So these are the details. It's all about lead generation for you. And obviously you get to be a part of it. So how it works and what the whole prize is, it's linked to the My Most Trusted software on LinkedIn. And the prize gives you access to Michelle Scott, who is brilliant. And what she's going to do is script out your writing, the messages for using the software on My Most Trusted. Mr. Stephen Levy, who's one of the best coaches in the entire world, will be doing a strengths assessment for you. And then Mr. Scott, who owns My Most Trusted Network, is going to give you 3 months worth of paid vouchers. You can use all the features on My Most Trusted Network, and obviously you're going to learn how to do it. So you don't have to worry about your lead generation at all. It is really, really that simple. Now you're obviously wondering, well, how do we get a part of this? That's the next step. And the links, by the way, are down below in this description. So you click on it, you get it, and you got it. Right. So to get into the running, you need to get some points. And by doing that, well, you need to share a special, unique referral link that you generate yourself. That comes up with the link that's also down below, detailing all the prizes that we've had before. I mean, we've had virtual headshots, a year's subscription to Blue Cap, all of those things. So you go onto this page and you register and sign up now. With that, you'll get a unique link. And then you share that far and wide to your social media, and the views that you get on it, or people who click on the link, that's how you get your points up, and that's how you get into the running. And if I scroll down, don't have the leaderboard with me right now, but what you do need to do is make sure you get 35 points by sharing that unique referral link. Also, there are bonus opportunities. So you need to read, go check out, see where those are. There'll be one. I think the Steen's got a surprise one linked up for the show as well. So there you go. It's that simple. You get your points, you're in the running, and we do the draw. And as far as I know, we're doing the draw for our lead generation prize next week, Monday. And if I'm correct, it's with $2,100, which is quite a substantial prize. Long story short, your lead generation is taken care of. You never have to worry about it again. So links down below, go find out the details. And it's time for me to hand over to Peter and Nustine, who are going to run the conversation for the Coffee Shop Show today, with our topic being, what is a fempreneur? So Peter and Nustine, take it away.
Chris, you are so amazing. Can I just say how much better our shows are when Chris is actually here? Chris, we are so thankful that you're back with us. Please take care of your toes.
Yeah, and please do not hurt your other toe.
We don't mind sharing you with like kitty castles and things, but seriously, good. Like, we need you on this show. It's amazing to have you. Guys, yeah, everything that Chris said, it's such an exciting time. I'm so excited to get into this topic, so let's do it. What is a fempreneur? So, first of all, we'd love to invite everyone in the panel. Please take part in the discussion. If it's a comment, if it's a question, if it's insights, if it's something that you can relate to, just pop up your hand. Me and Peter will pull you into the conversation from there. We love you. If we didn't, we wouldn't have invited you to be here. Okay, and when you speak, people can actually see how awesome you are, and then they can do what they do best, which is go down to the description, click on your LinkedIn links and say, hey, I saw you on the show, please can we have a coffee? And you'll be like, yeah, for sure, let's do it. Okay, so today's topic, what is a fempreneur? I think I was the original fempreneur, to be honest. And I came up with some kind of metaphors to try and explain this, because we've been talking so much fempreneur, and I think sometimes we still don't know what it's about. For me, a fempreneur, and these are the types of people that we built the Fempreneur course for. It's the types of people that we built the Explore Protech Entrepreneurial Haven for. It's the types of entrepreneurs that we want in our communities. It's literally who we live to help and serve. And grow and scale and have by our side. Like, it's the types of people that you see on the screen right now. Yeah, so the metaphors that I have that I'll just quickly take you through is a fempreneur for me is a wellspring. It's an entrepreneur that takes care of the community, the employees, the suppliers, the clients, literally everyone around her or him. When you have this entrepreneur in the vicinity, it's like having a little wellspring in the area, and you just kind of like see, you don't always like, it's not obvious like a waterfall, but you just see things around this wellspring all of a sudden is just doing well. Things are getting green, but it's literally just around this area. For me, a fempreneur entrepreneur is a wellspring. Then the next thing that I have is a fempreneur is a blossom. It's an entrepreneur that makes the world a more beautiful place just by being in it. It's those tiny little flowers when you go for a hike and you see those tiny little flowers, like that specks of color in the field, and you're just like, wow, this place is so much more beautiful just because of that flower being here. That's a fempreneur entrepreneur. Then my next one, and I only have 4, is a fempreneur entrepreneur is a cloud. Fempreneur entrepreneur is that cloud that makes a space safe, cushy, warm, okay to be in. It's that supportive environment. It's warm, it's cozy. You can be yourself. You can live, you can dream, you can accelerate in this space, because that fempreneur entrepreneur is like a cloud that's in the room with you, just like keeping you from bumping into things too harshly, keeping things from bumping into you too harshly. And then the last thing that I thought was really cool was a fempreneur entrepreneur for me is like a cactus. And that is because it's a fempreneur entrepreneur is a resilient dreamer, right? Things have probably tried to get this person under, like destroy it. Something has probably tried to nibble on it, eat it, like touch it, throw it, like whatever. But it's like a freaking cactus, man. You just can't stop it from being there and from doing what it's doing. It carries its little flowers, and it's just resilient, and nothing is going to stop it from doing exactly what it wants to do. Yeah, so that's what I have to say about this. For me, a Fempreneur entrepreneur, and literally the reason why we created everything that we've created, the course, the community, why we have every person on the screen right now, the people that we want to work with and serve and take care of and accelerate. We call them Fempreneur entrepreneurs, and they're wild springs that grow like cactuses, that provide clouds, and they have blossoms on top. But now I want to hear from you guys. Can you relate to any of this for you? What does a fempreneur or a cool dude entrepreneur look like? Like the people that you want to see in this community, the people that you want to work with, the person that you may be trying to be, the person that you see yourself as. What are the qualities of that entrepreneur? Chris, let's hear from you first.
I can't unmute myself fast enough. I can push everybody else's buttons perfectly. It's me. I always struggle. So for me, you know, I wasn't there for the first Fempreneur course and movement, but I've been sort of with you guys working in the background, roundabout, looking at it and learning about what is a Fempreneur and all of that. And this is tricky because I've got to tread very lightly. How do we handle this conversation and say what needs to be said without going into a whole gender equality kind of conversation? So hear me out. Okay. To me, being a Fempreneur is actually just a way of doing things, a different way of thinking. And it's almost a change in how you approach things, whether you're female or a cool dude. It's just the way that you approach things, because let's look at this crazy mad world, okay? So a certain gender has dominated how it's been run, and I touched it and ran away. Now it's maybe a chance for us to actually change the models and the thinking and get behind a different way of actually approaching business, how we interact with each other. I call it just be lacquer mode. But that's to me what a Fempreneur is, and what the Fempreneur movement community course is all about, is going, sure, that's the old way of doing things. Let's look at the new way, learn the new, better way of how to do business, how to be business people, entrepreneurs, how to interact with each other, and do that a lot better and work together, actually, regardless of gender at the end of the day, but a new way of thinking, being, it's a whole movement of what you are about. And getting behind that, to me, that makes a lot of sense. And that, to me, is what being a Fempreneur is. That's it for me, Chris Colby from Live to Dream. I help fix your business and increase your net profit.
You're amazing, Chris. Thank you so much. I couldn't have said it better myself. That is exactly what it's about. It's a way of being and a way of acting and a way of behaving and a way of believing, and just like, it's just amazing when you get a lot of people that like all follow those kinds of values and that way of behavior in the same room. That's when real power happens. So guys, I want to invite you, if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook or wherever you're watching, if you're not in the room with us right now, just find one of our live streams, comment on there, tell us, what is a Fempreneur entrepreneur to you? Or what Fempreneur characteristic that we're discussing on the screen stands out most to you, that you really resonate with, you think the world needs more of? We'll give you 2 bonus points for every single comment, okay? So just go and do it. Over to Marlena next. Marlena, I can't wait to hear from you.
Thank you, Nestine, and hello, everyone. And definitely, Chris, I agree with you. We have been taught for years in archetypes, masculine is this, feminine is that, and now we're trying to work out what is a Fempreneur. So traditionally, it obviously would be a female, but actually, let's throw the tradition out of the window. It feeds into what we've been taught about masculine energy or feminine energy is actually, it doesn't serve us. So let's just think of the practical aspects. The male energy, if you think about it from how you feel, grounded, protected, provide. The female nurtures, creates, allows for flow. So a Fempreneur, whether they, irrespective of their gender, can have those qualities. But if they don't, let's say you're a creative person and you have flow, but you don't have that protection providing you the grounding space to create safely in that cloud that you were talking about, Nestine, you can bring in someone else. So a Fempreneur doesn't have to be entirely on their own. It's about connecting to your community. So whoever you are, whether you're male or female, is irrespective. We can all be Fempreneurs. My name is Marlena. I'm from Fempreneur Coaching, and I provide the space and the safety for people to find themselves from within, irrespective of their gender. Thank you.
Thank you, Marlena. That is so beautiful. That is spot on.
Marlena, I'm actually so glad you mentioned that because I'm one of the original founding members of the Fempreneur. So.
And there's no, I think, Marlena, for me, like, by the way, when I was talking about this cloud, I was like, Marlena Cloud. Like, that's what you're like that. Like, whenever I meet with you, it's like that. But also, Peter is also a very good cloud. But then I look at someone like Chris, and he's like more of a cactus. And a blossom. And I'm like, I'm so glad we can all come together like that. And that's so, like, that's spot on. That's exactly what it's about. Thank you so much for that. Almarie, let's move to you next.
Hello, Nestine and everyone here. Thank you so very much. Yes, I want to agree with all the aspects you mentioned. And then I also agree with Marlena. She stole my story kind of. I feel like that it's about how the masculine and the female energy complements each other. Instead of it always being a fight, there's who is better and who is stronger and who is doing better, or who's going to save the world or whatever. Let's work together and bring that together in a space where we all can build together and be stronger. And I'm Almarie from ES Copywriter. I create messages for entrepreneurs.
Love it. Thank you so, so much, Almarie. I absolutely adore that. That is what that is exactly what it is about. And that's also
You're
like
welcome.
you can have like what you highlight for me, like you can have, even if you're like the best wildspring blossom, cloud and cactus all pulled into one, you don't get along with the rest of the Fempreneurs, you can't be one of our Fempreneurs. Because the whole Fempreneur concept is literally based on becoming part of the Fempreneur family, the community. That's where the power comes from.
Well, I mean, even by design, the Fempreneur was never created for one person to learn and do on their own. It was never created as just a course. It was never created as just a community. It was never created as just one individual learning something. It was created as a space where people can get together, do things together, build each other, grow together, and create something so much more than just themselves. Because too many times we see people relying on their own skill sets, just their own skill sets, where they go, oh, I have a 3-year plan, a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan, and based on my skill sets, I can get there in this amount of time. That is the biggest load of nonsense. Absolutely. You know, if you take the right people with the right skill sets, you put them into the right space, that 10-year plan can be done in 3 months because you've got the right people around you. It's about being wise. It's about being smart. It's about working with what you've got at hand and adding to what you've got strategically. It's about creating community within community. And originally, that's why it started. I mean, originally, it was about creating a community for Nestine, the original Fempreneur, to function in. And that was the beginning of this journey. And there was so much success in that. So why not share it?
You're absolutely right, Peter. I mean, like, I was like, I'll tell you, like, I was that original, like, I think I basically was just a cactus. Peter found me with, like, one blossom. Everything was trying to eat me. It's only when I got all the other Fempreneur family members around me that there were more clouds, and there were more blossoms, and there were more ideas, and there was just, like, so much more abundance. Let us know in the comments as well. What do you resonate with most? Like, are you a wellspring? Are you a blossom? Are you a cloud? Are you a cactus? Are you a combination? Like, please let us know. I'm dying to give you bonus points. But for now, let's just ask Linda. Linda, as one of the Fempreneur coaches, I mean, can you relate to any of this? What do you see as a Fempreneur?
Of course I can relate to it. I'm going to move to one side just to show you my background picture. Isn't that just the most beautiful little wildflower? Which I found in the Drakensberg last week. So when you mentioned the blossoms and Fempreneur being like a wildflower, what is a wildflower? It's absolutely gorgeous. It's in an environment which is tough and unrelenting, and it just stands out as something unique amongst all of the grass and the dirt. And that is what really is a fempreneur, right? Male, female, whatever gender. It's someone who stands out from the rest. They don't do things exactly like everybody else. They don't follow the crowd. And that's certainly me, right? I don't follow the crowd. I don't necessarily follow all the challenges that are happening. But for me, a fempreneur is that, because in the millions of people in the world, there aren't a million fempreneurs. There are a small subset of wildflower type fempreneurs, right? And that is who we are reaching out to as an organization or as a community, as coaches. We're reaching out to those people who want something more, want something beautiful, and want to shine. And on the note of shine, sunshine is a characteristic that I would also apply to fempreneurs, those that I know in the Explore Protech community, and those that would love to join. Is it can't, you know, what frustrates me a lot is the kind of person who's always complaining and moaning and saying, but we've got load shedding today. For those overseas who don't know what load shedding is, Google it or just ask any South African. But it's like complaining about the weather or how cold or how hot or I don't have any clients or whatever. To me, that is not a fempreneur, right? Those are not fempreneurs. It's someone who says, even if those things are the truth, I am striving to find the sunshine. And when I find it, I'm going to share it with everybody else in this community. That is what a fempreneur is for me. This is Linda Dent, Just Ask Linda Business Coaching, and I help my clients to grow with glee. If you don't know what glee is, give me a shout. Let's book a one-to-one and we can chat some more. Thank you.
Linda, you make my heart so happy. That is so gorgeous. I love the sunshine analogy, and I think that's very, very important to add as well.
Yeah, I think Linda hit it on the head a little bit there as well, because the fempreneur is not just about a community. And if we take all the fluffy stuff, it's a blossom, it's a cloud, it's a flower, it's a, you know, these are just metaphors that we can use. But let's push the fluffy stuff aside for 1 second. The reality is that a fempreneur is just somebody that thinks differently, has a different mindset. And there is an old traditional mindset of how business is done. And the way the business is done is changing. Times change, people change, everything changes. We have to learn to change with it. And the fact is that business can be more powerful when it is done by people that have the mindset of having the ability to work together. So, do you want to keep working on your own? Be my guest. It's a lonely journey. Have fun with that. Little party hat all on your own. Yeah.
Also, please help us find the rest of those wildflower fempreneurs like Linda describes them. Join our referral program, share your link everywhere. We will reward you with insane, epic, incredible prizes. Like, I cannot even tell you what prizes are coming up. But at the same time, what you're actually helping us do is you're helping us find all the wildflowers, gather them so we can water them, so we can grow them, so that they can spread the love and make the world a better place. Okay, let's move over. Mr. Secha, literally name meaning light. What is your business? What is the fempreneur?
All right. I don't want to add to your metaphors and all that, but I think I just want to say fempreneur, entrepreneur, it's a backbone of the society, because these are the people that will take care of the community. These are the people who you can rely on. It doesn't matter where you are, it doesn't matter how you feel, you can rely on these people. And these people are also loving and very, very supportive. So for me, they build the community, they build the society. So let's add one metaphor. They are like octopuses. They've got heads and hands all over. They are just awesome. And I think using Linda's wildflower analogy, wildflowers can also be aggressive. I mean, they look for this torrid place that's got nothing, and they just blossom out of that. That's from me, Lesecha Moko, working for Radio Pulpit as the business development agent.
Oh, Lesecha, I have goosebumps. Oh, that is so cool. That's amazing. Guys, we have so many metaphor words to work with, right? Find one of the Facebook stream or the YouTube live stream. Don't care which one. Comment on there. By commenting using these metaphors, you're also creating interest, which again helps us find the wildflowers, Fempreneurs. So before we move over to Chris, I just want to give you guys a little bit of a nice cherry on top. So I'm going to tell you about 3 of our original Fempreneurs to just drive home this point, right? Because we kind of put this together. It's not like we rehearsed this from a document and then everyone came on here. This is coming like this is the truth. It comes from our collective truth, the way that we're describing these people, because we live with them, we've seen them, we work with them.
Well, if it's rehearsed, I'm working off the wrong script.
Yeah, you don't even read script, lovely. So never mind. Our original Fempreneurs, very quickly. First one, Lanika Mustafa.
Oh, what an amazing woman.
Yeah, while she was doing the Fempreneur, she got voted one of the top 100 travel agency owners in Nigeria. She's gone on to create a Girl Child Day around her with the schools around her, where she literally goes to schools and she teaches girl childs their worth. She makes them make videos the way that we made them make videos in the actual course, and she explains to them that they could be whatever they want. They don't need to follow society's norms. They don't need to end up pregnant in the kitchen. They can do whatever on earth they want. And she just like teaches them the way that we teach our Fempreneurs in the finding your value.
No, she doesn't just teach them.
She inspires them.
She empowers them.
She inspires them and she empowers them. So how's that for a Fempreneur, right? And she's just absolutely amazing. She's coming back, by the way, to help us raise funds for more Fempreneur journeys. Then, oh yeah, she was one of those. She's like a cactus. We were like, okay, Lanika, it's a $1,500 course. She was like, no problem. Do you have a crowdfunding option? That's where the crowdfunding option was born. We were like, no, but we have now. Let's help you. Like, if you're literally not going to let anything stand in your way, then we totally support that. She raised her entire course fee through crowdfunding. It's going to be teaching our Fempreneurs how to do the same, how to not let anything stand in your way. Then Shelendly Ndlovu was on DSTV just a month ago. She did our original Fempreneur course, and the story that they wrote about her in the Daily was titled Her Story, Strength Like a Tea Bag. And since inception of her business 2 years before she found the Fempreneur up to now, she's taught 300 women in Zimbabwe how to make a living from having a beading business, beading and then selling the beads on. She procures their supplies, she teaches them how to make the stuff, she teaches them how to sell, and she's passing on every single thing that she learned from the Fempreneur. And the minute she was published in the Daily and heard she was going to be covered on DSTV, the first people that she messaged was us, saying, thank you so much. I'm leaving a mark and you contributed to who I am today, so just thank you. She blew our hearts away.
Well, if you think about it, she's teaching women how to exist using beading within a community. She's not just helping them, she's changing an entire community. An
entire economy, like a whole country.
She creates her own little economy within a community. I mean, how amazing is that?
I'm going to cry. like impact like that you don't just see every day. It's just so beautiful. And then the last but not least, Manya van Zyl, our original accountant, Fempreneur. I'll never forget when she got into the course the first time. She was so shy, and she said, I don't know what you could possibly teach me that's going to make this much of a difference."
It was a good comment because she's a smart woman.
She's freaking smart. She's like ridiculously smart. But she was like, "I don't know what you could possibly teach me to help me survive the entrepreneurial journey," until I saw the tribe. When you taught me collaboration, that changed everything. She went on to have a coffee shop interview with us on this original coffee shop show 2 years ago. 2 years ago already. Now, I don't know if you've been watching our views, but this is a lot. 2 years ago, her interview reached 2,600 people when it aired and got 156 comments from that Manya. I'm not even joking. I can send you the screenshot. That's our Manya. And now she has a thriving business and she's helping upskill other Manyas. Which is just absolutely amazing. So I just had to share that with you. So it's true. It's our truth. It's not just we just like making up these things. Like a lot of people, you hear them come up with all of these interesting metaphors, and you're like, that's fun, that's cool. This is real. Like this is as real as it gets.
Yeah, a metaphor, the fluffy stuff that we can use as description, but unless it actually translates into something that really is happening. Real people doing real things, unless it translates into that, then all it is just fluffy stuff. So we may be using the fluffy stuff to describe the space and the people, but this is real life. These are real people.
These are real stories.
These are real stories.
Being changed. How cool is that? Let's move to Chris. Chris, beat that.
Well, you see, my segue in was going to be, may I make just 2 jokes? And then we did that, so I can't now make a joke because then that's just silly. But the thing that I do want to, I can't. Lucetia said about the octopus. Please bear with. How many tickles does it take to tickle a squid?
Let's see.
10 tickles.
Oh, I was going to say testicles. Sorry. Okay. Tentacles. I was almost there.
So Nikki is just live streaming on YouTube quickly. I want to quickly share all her great comments. As she said here, Nestine is the ultimate fempreneur. To her, it's being a fempreneur's authenticity, genuine interest in building relationships, windswept and interesting, pineapples and pineapples like me. Marlena, that was spot on. Almarie, you awesome star. Sharing is for caring. I'm a blossom like my African name, Palesa, the flower. Sorry for all the comments. Do you want to give me more? Yes, we do. Don't be a glass half empty or even half full. Be a glass is overflowing. Get rid of the old, bring in the new, and obviously wants to do a one-to-one with Lucetia. So, Nikki, Lucetia's details are going to be in the description. You can just click on there and connect with them on LinkedIn. So there's that. The other thing I wanted to say is, get in this team. This is great. We're learning about what a fempreneur is, and that's great. Where's the practical? How do I learn? Where do I grow? Where do I start? This sounds amazing. How do I get started? So I'm thinking one of two things we could do. One is to mention the Facebook group that's actually set up, that's building and driving the community. And in that Facebook group, which link is down below, there's already points, tips, tricks, things that you can start learning on how to be a fempreneur. So all the details you need are right there. So click on the link down below. And maybe we can sort of towards the end of the show share some like real practical fempreneur-y kind of things so that people can feel it and learn it and be a part of it. It's just my 2 cents. Chris Colby from Live to Dream.
Thank you so much, Chris. Yes. Join the Facebook group. Become part of the movement. Don't wait. There is a course coming. We're going to be rolling out our second ever rollout of the official Fempreneur course on 1 April 2023. So come back.
It's not an April Fool's.
Come back to all of these sessions on a weekly basis as we unpack more about what the Fempreneur is all about and how you can get in touch. But for now, join the Facebook group, join the referral program, okay? And we'll see you over there. Let's go to Marlena.
Okay, thank you. Chris, you always steal what I'm about to say, but we talk about it differently. So I'm going to say this, that for anyone that's watching this, we're learning how to do this. We're learning how to get involved and how to find out more. But if you're listening to this, understand what's going on inside of you first. Why would you want to be a fempreneur? So maybe have a question and just sit with that and take a day or 2 or 5. But join the link so long so that when you have an idea, you could possibly start sharing that with others. And what are you prepared to do to shift and make a change in your life? What do you need? So those that might be things that are popping up in your head. I'm a fempreneur, and there's things that I need in my life. There's things that I need in my workspace. And maybe I'm not getting it. And in this kind of environment, by connecting with like-minded people and learning how to change and shift and collaborate, I can actually get what I need and also serve what my purpose is in my own business for those that are my clients and that come in the door. So that's how I would look at it. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Marlena. Yes, 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 yes. Plug into the community, connect with these beautiful humans, and then do what Marlena said. If you just think about it, you'll find your role. There's a role for everyone. There's a place for every fempreneur. You just need to find yours. Let's go to Linda. Linda.
Thanks. Yeah, Marlena just triggered a thought for me as well, is exactly why did we all join Explore Protech in the first place? And it just always reminds me of the story, because let's rewind to 2020. I've been a member for 2 years, and on LinkedIn, I was looking on LinkedIn and a message popped up, and it was from this person called Nestine Botha. And she said, we're looking for people to come and join us at a global online speed networking event. This is all for you. And it was all very, very interesting language. And so it caught my attention. And I said, oh, this is interesting. So I clicked on it and went to a message and said, what's this all about? Because I'm kind of an analytic. What's it all about? How many people are going to be there? What do I have to do, etc., etc. And she said, her answer was, I like you because you ask all the right questions. So, of course, that was something that made me feel good. And I said, oh, well, this is not just an advert. This is not just someone pitching at me. It's someone who is connecting with me, and in a really warm and natural way. And so that being said, I went, well, okay, I'll join this global online speed networking event. So it's like a bit of a mouthful, but we'll be there. She did training for us and told us what we needed to do and pitched on the day. She had sort of mentioned there might be like 50 people there, but I think there was 12, but all good because there's 12 that were there and committed, and it was not quite a disaster, right? But technically we were challenged with the breakout rooms and things like that. But you know what really stood out at the very end of that day was how much fun it was, how warm it was, how inviting, how encouraging the space was. And that is what attracted me to stay for 2 years. It's been 2 years now, guys. I'm proud to be an Explore Protech Entrepreneurial Haven member and Fempreneur coach. And I'm just so looking forward to being able to share those stories with many, many more people, and to help them on their journeys for entrepreneurial success. It's tough. It's not simple, but boy, don't you just want to have fun doing it? Because that was why I came, why I stayed, and why I'll continue to stay, because it was fun as well as informative and useful. Right? Okay, that's Linda Dent again. Just Ask Linda, business coaching. I like puzzles, jigsaw puzzles, crossword puzzles, Wordle, even these little ones you get in the Christmas cracker. But I especially love your puzzles, your business puzzles. So just ask Linda and all your dreams will come true. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Linda. Wow, 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 wow. What a way to wrap up the whole show for us. And we're so glad that you stayed, Linda. We're having so much with you. It's so fun to have you here. And I think that pretty much wraps up our show for today, ladies and gents. So you have about 48 hours more. Go find our live streams on Facebook, on YouTube. Go and comment. Tell us, are you a sunshine or an octopus or a cactus or a wellspring or a cloud or something completely different?
Look, it doesn't. The comments may not make sense, but the fun thing about it is that you can speak nonsensical things and have those things lead into conversation. So don't only comment. Connect with the other people that are commenting, because those are people that want to be in that space and that want to have conversations. So comment and meet other people.
I will see you in the community. Share a link. Help us find the wildflower Fempreneurs. Chris, are you going to wrap up the show with an actual wrap?
No, I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do is just remind you, there's the lead generation prize that we're giving away worth $1,200. So go onto the link that's in the description, register, get your unique referral link, and share it. You can get some bonus points as well by commenting on any of these live streams. Your comment about what is a Fempreneur to you. So it's very important you do that. We track it, we'll see it, you get your points. If you've got enough points, you go onto the wheel, you get spun, and you can win next week, Monday, with the lead generation prize that we're giving away. The Facebook group link is down below. Join the Fempreneur Facebook group. You'll learn so much there already with the starting the process before the course even starts next year, and help us find those amazing, this is Scott doesn't matter, the right people that we've been speaking about to come and join the Fempreneur community and movement. Well, and that's it from me. You can do the last little.
Thank you so much, Chris. Ladies and gents, people from around the world, awesome Fempreneur entrepreneurs, you are so special. You are so worth it. Thank you for existing. Keep being you. Keep being that beautiful cactus, cloud, blossom person that you are. Keep coming back. We're here every single week. Come and connect with us. Connect with the people in the description. Their LinkedIn links are all in the description down below. All you need to click is then book a coffee, and your world will be so much better off for it. And that's it from us. We'll see you again next week. May all your wildest entrepreneurial dreams come true.